Mario Fraley with Competitor.com. For a shoe dork such as myself, I have a tremendous opportunity today at the New Balance Design Studios here in Lawrence, Massachusetts. This is Claire Wood. She's a Senior Product Line Manager for New Balance. Claire, thanks for having me today.
My pleasure, Mario.
All right, and today we are going to take a look at the 860 version 3. This is a core stability shoe in the New Balance Performance running line. Tell me a little bit about the shoe that we're going to see in stores this fall.
Yeah, so the 860 version 3 is what we call our go-to stability shoe. It's for the moderate overpronator who's looking for support due to the very common overpronation but still wants to feel a lot of cushioning in their shoes. So the 860 version 3 is all about stabilizing that runner but letting them enjoy a really smooth cushioned ride. So we've taken the liberty to use a larger absorb crash pad in which we have just more real estate to work with, segment that piece to allow for a smoother laydown no matter where that runner's coming down. They then transition smoothly into mid-stance where they're met with more ground contact as well as T-beam, which is our lighter, more flexible but still very torsionally stable shank. And then they move into midfoot where they've got a really nice cushioned blown rubber forefoot. The shapes of the geometries really lend themselves to that cushioning. And then in the upper, they're going to have a really fun modernized design that takes into account that overpronators want a beautiful shoe as well.
Right.
So through the midfoot area, they're going to really be held snugly in with what we've called our new foam saddle area. And it's a perfed EVA that actually conforms and can pull tightly around different instep heights, but really snug up that midfoot area. Then in the vamp area, we've done the important things by leaving met head windows open to allow for foot splay and having a really nice, smooth top-down view, which is the relationship to the shoe, as I always say, with the runner.
All right, and one of the major elements of this shoe is the design element, and that's why we're here today, is to discuss that. We're going to see the shoe at New York in November. Talk about some of the innovations in design that we see in the 860 V3.
Absolutely. I mean, design is so important to product, and it must function and perform and make the running experience better for the runner. And for all of us at New Balance, that mentality includes the fact that it's a design, and it must be purposeful, but it must be beautiful. At New York in November, we're actually going to launch a special edition New York City 860. And the New York City 860 has been a lot of fun to work on because it's inspired by the design and art of graffiti. And graffiti started in New York. We wanted to celebrate the city of New York and everybody who runs there and tag the shoe with different elements that one would see when running in New York City. All
right, and New York's known as a city of 5 boroughs, and you try to highlight that in the shoe. Just without giving it all away, talk a little bit about how you put some of the city into this shoe.
For sure. So the city comes to life on the New York City 860. You're going to have the boroughs in different areas of the shoe, whether it's Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, or the other two, which the runner can discover themselves. You have elements of the New York City skyline, an apple here or there, and something I found really cool was that graffiti artists back in the day used to tag their work with their nickname as well as the street that they lived on. So that was really cool to find out because numbers are so special to New Balance and part of our heritage, and New York City 860 feels kind of like a tag.
All right, and aside from New York City Marathon, we're going to see this shoe in specialty running stores this fall. What can we expect to see at launch? It's going to be a little bit different than your typical stability shoe.
Yeah, so we've really injected a lot of life into the colorways available. There's not one runner that's not going to find what they're looking for in terms of how they want to purchase their shoe and what color they want. So at launch in November, specialty is available to have these 2 colors. So a little bit more personality perhaps in terms of the color application for someone that might want something a little bit brighter, a little bit more louder, but then they'll for sure be able to have the reliable blues that also have a lot of life to them and personality. We don't feel like any shoe should be boring. Running's an expression, it's part of an emotion. So you're going to have a lot of colors to choose from, and most importantly, a really great performance running shoe.
Awesome. Claire, thanks for taking the time to speak with me here today. Hope you had as much fun as I did, and we will see you next time.